Hey YouTube, Petirep here. I'm doing another Arting with Petirep. It's been a while, mainly because I've since moved into a new apartment and this office can be kind of an echo chamber with my old microphone. But now that I have this nifty headset here, I can do the Let's Plays without too much echo, so should be good. The audio quality may not be as good as the old ones, but whatever. At least it's not a giant echo chamber. So anyway, I'm going to do a simple little tutorial today. We're going to be showing how to convey different ages in both pony characters and real, like humanoid type characters. So without further ado, let's just get started. So today I'm using an art program called Tool Sai. I usually use Photoshop, but Photoshop is expensive and also has quite a few drawbacks that kind of piss me off. But Tool Sai is free, first of all, so I can kind of look over a lot of the faults it has. And so if you need a drawing program, I would highly recommend using Tool Sai. So let's go ahead and start off with just a quick overview of how to show the different ages and sizes of ponies and the bodies. First of all, we'll get to the faces in a minute. When it comes to the bodies, when they're small, little tiny, they have big heads, small bodies, and short but fat legs, stubby and fat, and a bit small ears. There we go. So that is a juvenile young pony, like that. Now you'll notice when we go to the larger size, the head is about the same size, but the body is much larger. And the legs are also about the same thickness, but also much longer, so that they don't look as fat in comparison to the body. There we go. Now let's age it up. Say she grows up into Celestia for some reason. The character, let's keep the head about the same size. The body, the neck is longer, and the body is a little bigger. And then the legs, while the same thickness, are longer. There we go. And again, you can change the thickness and the length of your character's legs depending on the kind of look that you want your character to have. Some characters have longer legs, like in the show, they'll have longer legs, thinner legs, skinnier necks, smaller heads, different shaped heads. It's all up to you. You are the artist. You get to decide what your characters look like. But when it comes to showing them at different stages of their age, keep in mind the larger head and fat but stubby legs. A lot of times they'll just draw shorter legs but forgot to keep them kind of fat relative to their body. Now let's look at faces. We'll look at pony faces first, since that's what we're talking about, but then I'll get into human faces at the end. Start with a circle. Now when they're little babies, they'll have really big eyes in relation to their head. Like so. Big ol' eyes, big inviting eyes. And that's really the key here, is that when you want something to be cute and small, which is basically what a baby is, they're going to have big inviting eyes, because people and animals and things just kind of tend to grow into their eyes. So if we're going to age up Apple Bloom here, we'll draw about the same size head, and then her nose and mouth, and simply by changing the eyes we can make her look older. There we go. Simply by changing the shape of the eyes and the size of the eyes, we've made the character look a little bit more adult and a little more mature. Now let's get to people. Let's draw a young boy. Young boy would have a big round head, kind of a simple chin, not very defined, top of his head. Let's have his ears stick out a bit. They can be big because he hasn't grown into his ears yet. He's got a big smile because he's just a stupid little kid. And he has big eyes. Now, keep in mind I'm drawing cartoon style. I'm not trying to draw anything that's like realistic. Realistically, the eyes would be much smaller than this. But we're kind of sticking with the kind of cartoony style here. So big, silly, childlike eyes. Let's give him some hair. Big mop of hair. Tiny little neck. Now when drawing in cartoon style, you can give characters small necks and big heads. Usually if you're drawing it with intention to be a little bit more realistic, you want to be able to fit 3 heads on the length of the shoulder. So it's head, real head, and then another imaginary head. So that would be the proper proportion size. But since we're drawing a little bit more of a cartoony style, we have more leeway to just give the characters more exaggerated features, larger heads, just to keep things simple. So now let's age this kid up a bit. Let's make him like a preteen. Let's give him a little less rounded of a head. Not completely unrounded. Give him a little bit more of a chin, more of a defined chin. Make his ears less sticky outy and large. His eyes are still big, but not huge. There we go. So now we have a teenager or a preteen, about that age. Same character, but a little bit older. Now let's age him up to be a young man. Much more defined chin. Nice established jawline. I will, however, make him look less happy each time, because as you grow up, you realize the world is hard and not fun. So he's coming to the realization slowly that the world sucks, and he has to pay taxes and put up with a crappy job. Look how sad he is. Make sure you have a little bit of a receding hairline. This shows that he's getting older. It can still look classy and nice, but it's just early on stage male pattern baldness. There we go. Also, his neck is going to be a little less thin compared to the rest of his head. There we go. We've aged him up a bit more. He's now probably in his mid-20s, early 30s. Now that he's older, he's going to lose a little bit of his defined jaw. It's going to be a little bit more rounded. He's still going to have his chin, though. His nose will be a little bit bigger, because as you age, your nose gets bigger and your ears get longer also. So his ears are going to be a little droopier. His face is a little bit droopier. Sides of his mouth are droopier. Maybe he has lines under his eyes. Get a bit more of that male pattern baldness going on. So now he's probably in his 40s, maybe 50s. So again, same character, droopier face, Bigger nose, bigger or longer ears, droopier ears, receding hairline. All right, now let's make him really old. Now he's gonna have really droopy sides of his face. He's really grumpy because the kids are on his lawn again. Big nose. Scraggly eyebrows. He's got lines on the side of his mouth because his face is all droopy. Longer ear lobes. Let's just make him completely bald. Give him some liver spots, some wrinkles. Let's give some wrinkles to this guy there. That looks nice. All right, and instead of drawing a neck, I'm just gonna draw him kind of hunched over because he's old. He's got a cane that he's waving in the air. There we go. Now he's old. So if we want to look at that, here we go. So you notice the head goes from being nice and round to becoming a little bit more defined in the chin, and then it starts to get droopy, and you end up as an old man. With women, it's going to be different. You're not going to be showing as much receding hairlines. But you are going to have the same sort of drooping of the face, and usually you don't put as much definition on the chin with women. It's a little bit harder to show, to draw the chin of women, but it is going to become like less round. The face is going to become a little bit thinner, and then eventually, as they get older, it gets droopy. All right, I guess that's it. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. It's been fun. If you have any requests you want to see for things you want me to draw to help you guys out with, let me know in the comments. I will read them. If you notice that I did anything wrong, please tell me, because I've made mistakes before. I'm a professional, but I am still learning just as everyone else is. So thanks for watching, everyone. It's been fun. Be sure to check out some of our other Let's Draw videos and other cool stuff. I'll see you guys soon.